Mr. James Love has dedicated the past 21 years of his life to serving the Flowing Wells community, students, and families across Arizona. His commitment to serve infuses both his personal and professional life.
Mr. Love has been a board member for 22 years now in Flowing Wells, and he's had just about every role you can think of on the governing board. Currently, he's serving as our board president. He's served previously as board president, and he's an incredible advocate for kids. He really cares deeply about kids. He's got a really fascinating story himself from kind of a troubled childhood, and so he has just a deep belief that every kid needs an opportunity, needs someone to believe in them, needs someone who's their advocate and their ally. And that really comes through in terms of how, when he talks to me about his goals for the district and the kinds of opportunities that we provide for kids, that's always at the core. Is he wants every kid to feel loved, every kid to feel connected to, every kid to have a champion who's just rooting for them and doing whatever they can to make sure that that student has an opportunity to succeed.
Whether working a 12-hour overnight shift in the hospital, the night prior to a board meeting, or developing a pre-game meal tradition in which he and his beloved late wife, Diane, cooked and served homemade meals to the entire football team prior to games, Jim clearly believes that he was put on this planet to make a difference through servant leadership.
He's always been a kind man, and he's always opened his arms up to me while I was here after I graduated. He just always made sure that I was fed. We always had great conversations. I would see him around campus or out and about. We'd have an hour-long conversation catching up. After I graduated, he would always invite me out to dinner, make sure that life was going good, catch up, stuff like that.
How much he cares about kids and how much he cares about Flowing Wells and meeting the needs and getting us whatever we need to be successful. It's not just the kids, coaches. He cares. So I think he's highly deserving of any award that he's getting.
Him and his wife set up team meals for our teams throughout the years. He would travel with our team to summer camp. We wanted to be a part of that. He just loved the kids, and with that, he wanted everyone to be successful.
He served on the ASBA Board of Directors for 5 years, sat on the nominating committee and finance committee for ASBA, and earned the ASBA Advocacy Award and All Arizona School Board Member Award. He's also served on AIA's Legislative Council and most recently as a member of AIA's Executive Board, where he has played a pivotal role in establishing parameters for the safe return of interscholastic sports after the pandemic.
Well, Jim has been involved in AIA-type activities for years and years and years. Longtime board member in the Flowing Wells School District, and he has helped work through state championships, tournaments. Flowing Wells runs one of the largest high school wrestling tournaments in the country. He's been involved in that for many years. So, and Jim will show up at our state tournaments, help present trophies, help shuffle kids in from hole to hole in the state golf tournament. He just loves volunteering and helping.
He traveled to Washington, D.C. to lobby for funding and educational reforms with the U.S. Congress while serving on the Federal Relations Network. Although all his work is focused on outcomes that positively impact students and schools, perhaps the most significant outcome that is a direct result of Jim's advocacy is the increase to special education funding that was enacted in the state's budget.
One thing I liked about Jim is Jim wasn't really political. I mean, what he was all about the problem. He was all about the issue and how do we solve it? How can we make things better? How do we correct these funding problems? And so I just tried to really work with him to figure this out.
Jim's track record as a state and national advocate for public education is remarkable. And for these reasons and many more, we are honored to name him this year's ASBA Barbara Robey Lifetime Achievement Award recipient.